What is burnout? Well, it's kind of complicated, but also not really. As somebody who is starting to feel the effects of burnout right now, I just want to talk a bit about it and how I generally avoid it. So, signs of burnout, you have exhaustion, dreading work, trouble sleeping, depression, drowning, the feeling, not literally, short temper, and you feel like you have no time for non-work related things. Well, what is burnout? According to this article from helpguide.org, it says burnout is a state of emotional, physical, and mental exhaustion caused by excessive and prolonged stress. It occurs when you feel overwhelmed, emotionally drained, and unable to meet constant demands. As the stress continues, you begin to lose the interest and motivation that led you to take on a certain role in the first place. Burnout reduces productivity and saps your energy, leaving you feeling increasingly helpless, hopeless, cynical, and resentful. Eventually, you may feel like you have nothing more to give. The negative effects of burnout spill over into every area of life, including your home, work, and social life. Burnout can also cause long-term changes to your body that make you vulnerable to illnesses like colds and flus. Because of its many consequences, it's important to deal with burnout right away. So, now that you know what burnout is, how exactly do you deal with it? Well, it's not really that easy. Once you actually have hit the level of having burnout, you can't really just slap a band-aid on it and say, oh, well, I'll just do this and it'll be over. Sadly, you're already fucked. When you get to that point, you're fucked. You need to just take a break. There's a number of options here that this website recommends, like turning to other people so you can talk to people, be like, hey, what are your thoughts on this? Hey, I'm just kind of feeling like shit, here's what here's what I want to talk about, blah, 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 blah. Communicating with other people. Reframing the way you look at work. There's an idea. That's probably what I'm going to be doing. So find some value in your work, find balance in your life, make friends at work, take time off, reevaluate your priorities, set boundaries, take a daily break from technology, nourish your creative side, set aside relaxation time, get plenty of sleep. That one's really hard when you're already burnt out or you're getting burnt out. Like right now with me, when I start to get burnt out, I can't sleep consistently. I wake up every 1 hour, 3 hours. Getting a solid night's sleep is pretty much impossible for me. Make exercise a priority. This one I never do. Support your mood and energy levels with a healthy diet. Yeah, I also don't do that one. But these are things you might consider. You might consider treating yourself to some healthier food. Woo! For me personally, what helps is completely disengaging with work for 2 days a week. That is what I do every single week, and it has helped me tremendously. And even though I do take those 2 days off, sometimes I don't stick to the not engaging with work part. I'm like, oh, my DMs, I gotta keep up with those. I gotta, oh, well, this is time sensitive, so I need to keep up with that. And then in the case of this week, I have a convention appearance, so disengaging from work isn't gonna be an option. Yeah, it's kinda... Maybe if I had more self-control, but at the same time, you kind of justify these things in your mind, You're like, well, I can't just leave people waiting for 2 days, I need to do this, I need to do that, well, I need to prep for this, and oh, well, technically I haven't slept yet, but now my day off is over, so I can start working, even though it hasn't really been 2 full days. It's been 2 half days that I've spent on break. Yeah. So firmly taking those 2 days to not have to worry about anything work-related, I get all the things that I need to respond to done the day before I go on break, and then the day after my break, I fully catch up. People can wait 2 days. Things that are that time sensitive, you can organize them in advance if you think about it. Which is why, for me, and I really recommend this for everybody else, to prevent burnout, not to cure it, I have made a Discord server where I just organize all my stuff, and it is so fucking handy. It is so handy! Why didn't I do this sooner? I've heard other people talk about it, but when you lay out all the stuff that you need to do that week, just quickly on Discord, you can take a quick look, you can be like, oh, nice, alright. And then when you're done with that, you just delete it. It's gone from existence. And then you can, keep updating it frequently, because, you've got access to Discord from wherever. You can take it on your phone, you can take it on your computer. You're not, locked into your phone like a regular, planner app or whatever. or having to like find space to write on the table with, you know, when you have like a physical agenda. You know, it's like, God, it's so handy. It's so freaking handy. I love it. Use Discord to help you organize stuff. It is a lifesaver. Whew. Basically, to summarize, make sure you're looking at your work the right way. Make sure you're setting a healthy boundary for yourself between your work and life environment. I know jobs don't really care about that kind of thing. This is my first and only job so far, you know, being here at Face Connect, and I can say people do not care if it's like your 2 days off or whatever. And management, although I love them dearly, they set deadlines, they set events and whatever, and they're working with like a big group of people, so they're not looking at like your individual things. It can be kind of frustrating, but you do what you need to. And you make sure you have your priorities in check, and you make sure you're focusing on the things that you actually need to focus on, and some things can wait, you know. A lot of things are not life or death. If you're a little bit late on the deadline or whatever the fuck, you know, it's whatever. Focus on yourself. Don't get too burnt out, because once you do hit the threshold and you are at the point of being solidly burnt out, you're gonna be in an even fucking deeper hole. You are going to be in a much deeper hole. It's gonna be so bad. Being burnt out is not fun at all. You really need to pace yourself and take care of yourself. And that's why you should take frequent breaks. You should find what your limit is, how many days or how many hours each day you need in order to refresh yourself and get the creative juices flowing again. But that's just my experience with it. If you have any other tips, or maybe you don't think burnout is real, or maybe you do think burnout is real, but people should just push through it or whatever the hell, you know, let me know down in the comment section below. I would appreciate it. And I will see you in a few minutes. I'm going to be playing Nightmare with Decay on stream. Heck yeah! Unless you're watching this in the past, in which case... Well, hello. I'll probably be playing something else today on stream. Check that out. Let's